Good morning, everybody. It's April 28th. What is it? Almost 9:30 in the morning. It's a Sunday. Roger's going to meet me out here pretty soon. And he's going to help me get the foundation over here that I've been working on ready. And show me how to lay cement block today, hopefully. We'll see how far we get. But at least get me set up for some stuff going on there. So I probably won't be filming too much of it in the morning. When he's not around, that's when I tend to do more of the filming. I need to pay attention to what he's saying, what he's doing, and not mess around with the camera when he's trying to help me. So let's get to work. Well, we got started. Getting our first corner up. So I guess we're gonna go 5 high so that it'll come up here easier when we make a entrance into the house, and that's how much crawl space I'll have underneath the house. That'll be nice. Have more storage and easy to get to pipes and electricity and all that stuff that I need to get to. So when Roger came out, we marked lines around the outside that kind of centers it up. Anyway, that's how it is. Looking good. I'm gonna wrap it up for the night. I plan to be back out here tomorrow, so I will see you guys the next time I'm out here. Good morning, everybody. April 29, Monday. I think about 10 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be, I think this is the hottest day of the week, or maybe tomorrow. I don't remember. But I already got my hat on because yesterday I got kind of red. For the most part, I don't burn anymore because I'm out in the sun so much. But I did get a little bit toasty yesterday, so gonna protect myself a little bit today. And we're just gonna get back over here on this block, start working on the corners, get all the corners done as much as we can. And like I said yesterday, I got that part done. I gotta go 5 high, so I got a little bit higher. And all the blocks over here, mortars over here. So I gotta slowly move all that direction. Tractor, and then just past the tractor I got the wheelbarrow and all that stuff. So gonna move all that around and get the work site set up. All right, my beginner DIY friends, you know, this job is a bit intimidating. Oops, the bag broke a couple places. When you're putting videos out like this, and you know people that are watching know how to do it, some of this, you know, you got to have a little bit of a thick skin, I guess. I don't know. I put out a couple of chainsaw, some shorts and stuff about things that I learned, and I have people commenting, tell me I'm wrong, or tell me better ways. And I'm open-minded for sure. That's, I mean, one of the reasons why I'm putting it out there is to help people with things that I figured out or found out or was told and didn't know. And then people watch the video and then correct me and tell me even better way, or tell me, no, I've got it wrong and it should be this. I mean, that's the only way to learn, right? Anyway, this is how we're going to do this. Roger and I kind of decided about a half a bag at a time to start with. And that way, the reason for that is to at least not use up the complete bag, especially when you're getting toward the end of the job. That way you don't end up with a mixture too watery, and then you didn't have anything dry to put in there to kind of offset it. So we're doing a little bit at a time, and that way you always have a little dry. It doesn't matter so much right now at the beginning of the job. I'm going to be out here, probably go through at least a couple bags a day, so it doesn't matter as much, but it's a little bit easier to handle and keep control of and all that too. So that's what I'm going to do for now. I don't know if it's wrong or right, but that's what we're going to do for now. So I got some buckets of water here, and the way we did this yesterday, and it seemed to work pretty good, just do one of those buckets at a time. I didn't even know about these. It's a little kind of a short handled hoe, but Roger told me about it, so it helps you to be able to mix a little bit easier. As you can see, the cement kind of comes through the, or the mortar comes through the holes, so you're not pushing as much and it's able to mix a little easier. I got it about where I want it now. Two things. I have a couple things actually. I don't have any running water, as you guys know, out here on the property, so I'm using water from the tote. So to clean out a metal wheelbarrow is a little bit more difficult. Got a plastic wheelbarrow, and it was fairly easy to clean that out last night with the low pressure of water just running out through a hose out of a tote. Also nice to have two wheels, a little bit more stability. You won't have a wheelbarrow tipping over, you know, with the cement in it, mortar. And this is about where is a good mixture for us that we kind of found out. Just getting into that soupy. And as I'm using it, it's going to dry a little bit. So I just keep adding a little bit of water. So that's what I'm doing right now. I think that works. And if it doesn't, then I kind of feel it out. I'm still learning. All I've done is this part over here so far. So Roger said the more I do it, I'll kind of get a feel of what works best. So that's what I'm doing. I need to go 5 high on this. So I'm going to be able to go 5 high on this side, but I'm not going to be able to go 5 high on this side. I'm going to be putting a block right here and right here, 2 blocks, and then we'll be at our 5 high. But we're going to be putting our crawl space here. So we're going to frame this out and put about 48-inch door there and frame that out. So this will be our crawl space to walk through. We'll be able to cut the blocks and start going straight up there. I'm still learning. I have a big learning curve on how to do this. One thing I don't understand is why the concrete blocks have 2 different kinds of ears on the end of them. And it kind of throws off the alignment of the blocks. And had I known that in the beginning or thought about that, I probably would have used all one kind of block in one area. But we've been switching them back and forth because they come kind of mixed on the pallet. I understand the flat end, but I don't understand is the ears. And I looked it up, and just for a quick reference, and I couldn't find the difference, or like what's the reason. But you have these kind of ears on here, and then there's another one like this. So I don't understand why there's 2 different kinds of ears. What it does is it causes everything to line up weird. All right, one thing I'm learning right now as I'm doing this gets harder the higher up you go. Down here I'm able to see it, but up here I'm knocking it all over and I can't see down both sides. I'm gonna be a little bit vulnerable and show you guys how I'm doing this. I can't get used to this side. The other side was kind of geared more toward a right-hander. Because being on that side, I guess, is just how it worked. This side, I'm having a little bit of a time getting coordinated. So what I do is I come over here and I just kind of space this out between here and here, about what I think it's going to be. Then I just take my finger and say, okay, this is where that line, and then this line here. Well, let's see. Actually, it is going to be about there. Right. This job, you can be kind of sloppy and get away with some stuff. Like, you know, you look down in the cores and you see mortar hanging out all over the place and not lined up. And that's fine, and that's awesome, because that's geared toward me. I don't do a perfect job. I'm not a good finesse guy. However, if you want to save money, you don't want to waste a bunch either and like slopping it all around. got to put like a little bit of a, that's what you're going to bond it with. So I'm not going to bore you guys with showing you a bunch of what I'm doing. I mean, it's very slow going and kind of the same methodical thing through the whole thing. You know, you got to be careful and go slow. But I am going to give you kind of I'll probably show you a couple times things I'm looking for and what I'm trying to do. I'm a beginner and just trying to do things myself, so Roger gives me instruction the best he knows. He's a contractor, so that doesn't necessarily mean that he knows everything either. He kind of probably, I think he was kind of more of the framing kind of guy. So he even told me, he says, you know, I'm familiar with this stuff, but it wasn't my job, basically. So the different things we're looking at here when we're doing this, give a little tap just so it kind of sets in. And then we're taking our level and see how that rocks. That's not a good thing. That's showing me that this needs to be tapped down a little bit. And I need to get myself a rubber mallet. I just started yesterday and then I didn't go by a store or anything, so I could go and get one, but it probably would be helpful. You kind of want to get this done right the first time when you put it down. Get it kind of thick and it's okay for it to ooze out. It seems like this is what I'm gathering. Because when I have to pick it up and squash it in, I'm not feeling very confident on that it's going to hold. And it's more messy to a point. Again, we still have a little bit of rock. All right, so I think what happened is in this part right here, something I couldn't foresee too much is that this dips a little bit here. So I'm gonna have to put a little bit more than I would have thought. Actually, I remember Roger checking that. He showed me a little bit of stuff that we should have marked it, but he was just going around seeing where it kind of dips in certain places, and you can bummer. Yeah, it's still fine. You can mark it, but he's like, as you go up too, you compensate. You don't have to compensate for everything right in the beginning. You want to do your best, but you can always fix it on the first level, second level. Oh yeah, that's way better. All right. So we're doing that. Then I'm checking this way. That is way off. Oh, I can see it anyway, yeah. Much better. If you make adjustments, you're constantly checking back. So we have a chalk line that goes here so that we have it straight the whole way. So you kind of line it up when you put it down. And then you're also going lined off the rest of these as you're doing them. Make sure that this level is touching all the way down. Doing both sides. I think this level is slightly bent. Yes, it is. So just constantly checking, because every time you move and adjust for one thing, it ends up doing something else to another part. So that's what I'm doing, and then I go around and I don't have a tool that and I probably don't even want to buy one. I don't know. Roger said there is something called a striker or something. It's a particular tool for doing this part. And what do I know? I'm a beginner. I don't know what I'm doing. But I actually kind of like just being able to do the touch-ups with my glove. Instead of trying to make a tool the extension of my hand, just use my hand. And it's not a science. It's just kind of filling in. So all this is looking good and bonded together. The reason why this didn't look so well is because I had to take that out and then I lost my bond. It was a better looking bond there. So just take turn. Drop it through the top, push it in the side. There we go. And again, you know, this all, what's nice about this that's up my alley is none of them have to be perfect. It's just kind of like the general job overall has to be well. But if you don't get a good bond in one spot, the next brick's going on top can complete that bond, or that, you know, compensate. It doesn't have to be perfectly perfect all over the place. The project as a whole just builds strength as it's all bonded together. Oh boy, it's getting windy. Alright guys, thought I'd show you next level up. It's a little bit different, a little bit, I don't know if I want to say trickier. To me it's a little trickier because on the first row you're just putting it on flat ground there. And on this, you have to squeeze it on the railings here. It's not geared toward a righty on this side. Yeah, it's a little bit messier and you end up wasting a little bit more, I feel like. Everything is pretty much done the same. Still doing this action. Let's give it a little tap to settle it in. That looks amazing for some reason. Side to side, balance both directions. And we're coming in here. This part's one of the trickier to me. I don't really understand sometimes. I think, again, I already said this once, I think this level's a little bit bowed or something. I almost trust eyeballing it more than using this for this part. Yeah, that looks pretty good though, actually. We just go around and clean it all up. So you go out, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to go out 5 levels, and I think if you go out 4, you're able to get up to 5. That's how that other corner is. And then we'll stop. We'll get all the corners done, and then I guess there's a different system used for the middle part that I will find out how to do when it's necessary. All right, we're done with that, so this is where we're at, kind of. I gotta go up 3 more levels. All right, guys, I'm beginning the beginning of the process of shutting it down for the day. So I got this up to the 5 rows, did that one up to the 5, started on this corner, and I'm about out of stuff to drink. It's almost 4 o'clock. Kind of pooped out. I still have this sciatic problem, so it hurts all the time, and so I get tired probably quicker than I would if it wasn't hurting. So I'm gonna start cleaning up and getting things around. I'm gonna show you my little system of, I don't know if I've shown that before, about how I run the totes. I can tell I'm gonna go through water pretty fast though. On the totes, I gotta start bringing water out here more. Gravity fed water. I don't know how necessary it is, but I like to keep everything clean if I can. Maybe after all this I'll be throwing some of this stuff away because it'll just be beyond. But I figure as long as I can keep stuff clean, keep it as clean as I can. So that was the whole purpose of the totes. Still no word from the company that's supposed to do our well. They said it's been raining too much the last time I talked to them, but that was a month or 2 ago. Spring here in North Carolina seems to get rain at least once a week. I know we have rain in our forecast again. I have this temptation to put my thumb over the end of the hose to get more power, but when I do that it ends up just shutting the flow off. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see this good from over there, this is not getting this completely clean. Oh, there's a system. I think to clean everything I'm using probably more than 5 gallons. I'm not stoked about that because that means every time I bring out 5 gallons, I'm probably using more than that. This is 5 gallons. Plus the water that I'm using to mix the mortar. I probably need to get myself like a metal scrub brush or something. Probably help. And maybe something to put over the end of the hose so I can stop the flow of water when I don't need it. Tell you, the water feels good. We're getting up into the 80s now for a couple of days. So this water feels good. That's the problem. See, I have to let that sit there and run. Probably runs another half a gallon. I'm trying to get up here and turn this off. We were over 175 gallons a couple days ago. We're up about here. So in 2 days, I've probably used 20 gallons, close to it, because I filled up 2 5-gallon buckets for water for the mortar and then cleaning this out 2 times. So I was gonna leave that there. All right guys, 4:15 and call it a day. Plan on being back out here tomorrow. That's the plan, hope to be. So I will catch you guys the next time I'm out here. Hey, good morning everybody. It is April 30, last day of the month I think. Just after 9 o'clock. Got out here a little bit earlier. I want to get things done as quickly as possible today. It's supposed to have some sprinkles this evening, so just in case we get a little bit of rain action, I want to be able to be cleaned up or get out quickly. The starting will be going back over here and try to get, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I want to get both of these corners done. I want to finish this corner up and get that corner done over there. I sure hope that can happen. It's slow going for me. I don't know. I can't get going any faster than I do pretty much. All right, guys. It is 5:20. I'm winding it up. I've got to put all this stuff away, clean it up. I haven't really been recording much of what I'm doing because it just... How much can you record of somebody laying brick? So this cement block. Anyway, I have got all my corners done now. Boom, boom, boom. I'm excited about that. So I plan on being back out here tomorrow, and I possibly gonna have some help so we can hopefully get the straightaways done a little bit faster. I think they're, once, I guess you got a string. We're going to figure that out tomorrow. You string it. So I think it will go faster as far as the laying the stuff down, because you don't have to check the level every different direction. So that's as exciting to me. It rained today. I worked in the rain. I worked in the sun. It's been windy. It's just been a fantastic day. It was everything but except for miserably hot, which was great. All right, let me get back to work here. All right, guys, it is 5:45. Pretty late for me. I don't usually stay out here that late. Anyway, calling it a day. Hopefully I'll be out here tomorrow, hopefully with help. So I'll see you guys then. Good morning. It is May 1 and almost 10 o'clock, getting out kind of late. Anyway, I got a helper today. Diego's going to be here to help me, so hopefully we can make some progress. Well, let's get to work. All right, guys, it's almost 4 o'clock and it is hot. Diego's down here cleaning stuff up. Hi, Diego. Cleaning that stuff up, and we got this much done today. feels good. I was hoping we'd get more, thought we'd get more. We were supposed to string this, and we tried that originally. It didn't work. I didn't like it. Didn't keep things accurate. So we went back to doing it the way I've always been doing it. I like those results better. So, and I'm getting temporary power hooked up, looks like. I don't know how we're going to get out of here. There's no way. All right, guys, just after 4 o'clock a little bit, Diego got stuck back there because those guys are parked right in the middle of the road and he can't get his car out. So, kind of, that's not cool. And they said that they'd be done soon, so hopefully he'll be able to get out of there soon. I just four-wheel drived it out myself, so I'm all good. So I guess my plan is hopefully I'll be back out tomorrow. Even with the two of us, it was a little bit slow going, so I guess it's just going to take me quite a few days to get this done. So all right, we'll see you guys the next time I'm out here. Good morning, everybody. It is May 2 and not even 9 o'clock yet. I got out here earlier. It's supposed to be hotter today than yesterday, and yesterday got pretty miserable. So when I left here, it was 86 degrees. It says it was only supposed to be 83, but truck said 86. And today it's supposed to be a couple degrees hotter than that, so I said I'm going to get out here earlier, start earlier, and then I'll probably wrap it up a little earlier. But I'm just going to get back over here and work on this foundation. I haven't been filming much. Just showing the progress. I don't know. We'll decide what we want to do when we do it, but it's I know you guys don't want to just, that'd be boring to see me laying that forever. All right, back to work. All right, guys, I am winding it up. I am so tired. It's taking it out of me doing this day after day. This concrete work takes some effort. I got a little bit started down this side there on the floor and got this all up to the 4th level. I guess approximately halfway done. Because I still got to do all the top rows, still got to do this end, but there's going to be a door going here. So yeah, when I tell myself I'm only halfway done, that's a little discouraging. Anyway, nice and hot, and wrapping it up. I started early today, so I'm going to wind it up and get on out of here. Let's see, what time is it? A little after 3:30, so I'm just going to wind it up today here and say I plan on getting back out here tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, and in the forecast, they're showing Saturday, Sunday, Monday is supposed to be rain, so I'm trying to get as much done as I can. Honestly, I won't be able to finish before the rain comes probably, but I'd like to get this side done tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I'm pooped. All right, we'll catch you guys tomorrow or the next time I'm out here. Good morning, everybody. It is May 3, a little after 10 o'clock in the morning. Today's going to be a short day and a little bit different. I had an odd experience yesterday. I put this wall in yesterday and my back was to the sun, but I on purpose wore a long sleeve shirt because I didn't want to get burned, and I had my hat with the big brim and just trying to not get scorched. And somehow, because of being bent over like this, I have a burn line at the top of my shirt, so I got burned pretty bad, and I actually burned through my shirt. Anyway, I'm gonna probably move these bricks over onto that little ledge. The other day it lightly rained. We had some decent rain, but nothing that should have got through this. And this is the top to a canopy tent, and that mortar was actually got wet. So I went to the store today, and it's supposed to rain the next 3 days. So I got me a tarp that is going to be water resistant and waterproof to make sure I protect that mortar. got a little bit more diesel oil for the tractor. I have some compost, and I filled up all of my water things because I'm getting low in the tote. Well, to me, low. So I'm going to take care of a few little things. And then we'll be out of here. It's going to rain, and I'm kind of sore and tired too from doing this. So I really wanted to work today because I was trying to work on the days it's not raining. But it just didn't work out that way. So we go with the flow. All right, let's get to work. Thought this thing would be waterproof, but somehow water got through to the mortar. Maybe soaking moisture from the air too, I don't know. Take a couple of these in. And I have to say something about tarps. I used to be somebody, I just couldn't, I still am. I feel like for what tarps are, they're kind of expensive. So I used to buy the light duty. You know what? I'm changing my mind how I'm going to do this. Put this here because wind can catch this and blow it up. Anyway, I just wanted to say, you get what you pay for when it comes to tarps. And I've bought cheap tarps for my whole life. So I thought, what's the point? And if you only need it for something temporary and you're not going to use it for a long time, okay. But this is going to be a homestead. This is going to be somewhere I'm at for a long time. You might as well spend the money on the more expensive heavy-duty tarps. Because honestly, they're only for the same size, going from light duty to medium duty, add another $5 or so, going to heavy duty, another $10, $15. So instead of having to go and buy that over and over and over, I mean, these light duty ones, for the most part, look at it like you're paying for something you're going to use once or twice. I mean, I've put them on the roof of my shed down there, and it's ripping up. I put them over my tractors, they're ripping up. Over my implements, they're ripping up. You might as well get something that's waterproof, UV resistant, something. I think you'd be happy you did that, because it'll last a lot longer, and you're going to get your money's worth more than if you just pay for a light duty one. That's my 2 cents. All right, over here at the water. So I was clear up to like over 175, and we've been using the water to mix mortar, and we're almost down to 125. And to wash this stuff out, that's what's really killing me on the water. So I'm excited that I had just a day I'm not in any rush. So it takes time to do this at home and get this all ready, but like 8 gallons, I think. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, yeah, 5 gallons. So that's going to be 40 gallons. That's exciting. All right, we got almost up to 175, so that's good. Good morning, everybody. It is May 7, 8:30 in the morning. It has been a few days since I've been out here. As you can tell, I've got nothing done since the last time I was here. So it's been, I think, about 4 days maybe. It rained okay, so the day I was out, last day I was out here, I got burned really bad and I was hurting, and so the next day I took off, and by that evening it was raining. Then it rained off and on for 3 days. As you can see, we got some puddles and stuff here. It looks like, I'm surprised it's not as wet as it is. I thought it'd be wetter. It was a lot more rain where we were at. So anyway, I'm back out here. It's supposed to be in the 80s today. I was not looking forward to it. It was. I know it's going to be humid and all that. But luckily we've got, it looks like Bay Area, California. It was like 62 when I pulled in, and I know it's going to warm up, but foggy, and so it's nice. Looks like everything I covered up here stayed covered up, so I hope my mortar's good. So I'm going to get back to it. Get this concrete block going down. My sciatica still hurts. I'm not feeling great, but it is what it is. So let's get this done. All right, we got some good news over here. The mortar, I had it covered up. It was dry as a bone. I mean, it was great. No water got in it at all. Good news, guys. I have said over and over how much I've dug and never found a worm on our property. And I came over here to get some cement block and mortar, and right in here this worm was crawling, and he's a big one. So finally I see a worm on our property. Good morning, everybody. It is May 10. It's a Friday at almost 9 o'clock in the morning. It's been a couple days since I've been here. Got some water here I'm going to put in the totes. I got my vents delivered for my crawl space. So yeah, I haven't been out here for a few days. My last day out here I was wearing shorts and I got burnt pretty bad, because the next day after that was our daughter's birthday, or that night was our daughter's birthday. So it was Niana's birthday. She turned 19. So I've been there for a couple days and cleaning up the house and all that, and then it also rained a lot. As you can see here, we got some puddles still, and it didn't rain since yesterday morning, so there's a lot of water. And I'm looking inside our pad here. It looks very muddy, but anyway, I'm gonna keep doing this and it'd be nice if I could finish that wall today, and then bonus would be able to start on this wall here. This is turning into a lot of anguish. I don't look forward to coming out and doing it. It's hard work. So this is the problem in this area, is that we have so much rain. You can see where the tractor went, and then I even get in here in the pad and I'm stepping around and it's just mud, you know. I hope this dries out some today. You can see the mud all over my tires. Yeah, I think this is going to be an issue with water and this not be able to dry out. So I'm hoping that there's going to be a time that when we get everything, all the walls up, and then I'm going to be putting those vents in the top, and then the floor goes on, and once the floor goes on, I'm hoping this all can dry out because of the vents. That's a lot of water. It poured here. I'm telling you guys, I've never seen anything like it at our house. It thunder and lightning for a good 5 to 6 straight hours. I've never seen that in my life. I don't know if that's normal here or other places, but where I grew up and lived in California my whole life, I've never seen anything like that. I've seen thunder and lightning for 10-15 minutes, maybe half hour. This was all night and pouring the whole time. So it was a dumper. All right, let's get to this work and try to get some of this done. All right, guys, 3:30, wrapping it up for the day. Basically, what I've decided to do, I guess, to a point, is just show you guys at the end of each day where I'm at. I don't think you guys want to watch me like this block the whole time, but anyway. So we're getting closer. At least I'm over halfway done now. I felt like I was starting about halfway today. We got this first little line here, and then obviously finished all that. And now I need to build this. I'm going to go one more like this half brick, I think, out block, and then go up, and that's going to be my doorway for to walk into the crawl space. And then this has got to go up and across 5, and then I'll be putting in the vents as well. I'll probably start working on that tomorrow. I'm unsure if I have enough cement block. It's covered up now, but I only have probably a little over half of a pallet, which would be 40 something. I don't think that's going to be enough. I think I'll need another half pallet. I think there's 11 vents that will take the space of block, so that'd be 11 block that I wouldn't have to do. But I still think I'm going to run out of block. Hey, good morning everybody. It's May 11. It's a Saturday, about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we're just going to keep on doing what we've been doing. I got a little start there at the end yesterday, so I'm going to build that up, and then we're going to have to start figuring out how we're going to be putting the vents in, because the vents are going to be toward the ends, but I also have to think about the things that are going on top. So Roger brought that to my attention. Make sure I don't put a vent under where our front door will be going. Don't put a vent under where the back door and the porch thing is going to be. So you got to kind of know what's going to be above it. I think what I'll do is I'll kind of do this area, this end, and then I'll start at that end, because there's really nothing off the end over there, and I'll put 2 vents there and then fill that in with block, and then we'll go from there. Like I said, I don't have a lot of block left. I think I got about a half pallet. I'm feeling pretty strongly I'm going to have to buy some more block, but we'll get done what we can get done today. All right, guys, I am a little bit frustrated. So I finished this and this side too, brought it all the way up. But the next thing I was supposed to be doing was my those vents. And come to find out, well, I kind of already knew. There's 4 screws. So you put the vent in, and then you got to drill holes into each side of, each cinder block that goes. You got to drill 2 this way and then 2 this way. Well, I totally spaced out and didn't have a masonry drill bit. I just tried using a regular one. It didn't work. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to be wasting my time. So cleaned up everything. It looks good, but I could have at least finished this end today. If I would have had those the drill bits that I needed, I could have done that. I had to show you the next thing too. Is actually kind of exciting, kind of cool. So I had 2 batteries that went dead, and I have power now. Yay! So this has only been on for maybe less than an hour, and it's already charged. They're sitting right in the sun. It's not good on them probably, but I don't have any other way to do it. Anyway, I think that is pretty cool. This is what we're looking like from this direction at that. All right, wrapping it up for the day. It's just a little after 1 o'clock, and I'm going to go ahead and swing by the store, go pick up a couple of masonry bits probably, so that I can come back out here tomorrow hopefully and finish that up. And tomorrow is Mother's Day, so we'll see if I get out here or not. I know Valia wanted to come out here and spend some time, so hopefully I'll be back out here tomorrow. All right, see you guys when I get out here.